Welcome to Mind and Movement, getting smart about how you move. I am Hazel. Thanks for joining me for Coffee and Move number 39. Looking forward to celebrating number 40 tomorrow. There'll be a party, I'm sure. Today we're going to focus on drinking some coffee and helping out our knees if we've got sore knees. So the first movement we're going to do today is called patella centering. I'm going to show you this way and then I'm going to turn around sideways and do it that way. But I'm going to show you this way first because I want you to understand what it means to have your femur in neutral. Your femur is this big long bone here and your kneecap sits in the tendon of all of these muscles and inserts down onto the tibia here. So we want to put this bone in a neutral position, and the way we're going to do that is by finding our hamstring tendons on the back here. So what I'm going to get you to do is lie down on your back. You won't be able to, I'm going to put this underneath my head. Now I'm going to lift my foot. Right now I'm going to put my hands here on my hamstring tendons. So you can see hopefully that this hand is closer to you than this hand. But if I do this, if I rotate my foot like that, you can see that those hamstring tendons are on the same plane there. Okay, can you guys see that? I hope you can. So that means my foot's like that. So for this exercise, we want to do it with the femur in neutral, which means that most of us are going to have to turn our foot out, and that is going to help us to engage the muscle on the inside of the femur here, which is called vastus medialis. So you got that? Hopefully. We're going to lie down. I'll show you one more time here. I know you can't see my foot at the end there. We're going to lift our leg up, and it's going to be on an angle. It's going to be different for everybody, but to start with, if you turn your foot out about that far, you should be right. Okay, so this is the exercise. I'm just really slowly lifting this leg. But I'm going to show you side on so you can see what I'm doing with the other leg as well. Okay, so let me take my socks off so you can see my feet and make it a bit easier. It's freezing here in Christchurch today. It's winter is on its way. So I've got this underneath my head to support, bolster my kyphosis. I'm going to bring this foot up into this position. This is the leg I'm going to work on to start with. So I'm going to turn that foot out. See how I've turned the foot out, and I'm going to lift this really, really slowly. You'll notice that the movement is happening at my hip. If you see now how I'm flattening my back, so that means movement is happening in the lumbar spine. No, we don't want it happening in the lumbar spine, we want it happening in this hip. So it's just a really slow movement up. The slower the better. The slowness recruits more muscle fibers. And if we do a slow movement recruiting heaps and heaps and heaps of muscle fibers, we only have to do a few of them. If we do them fast like this, not recruiting, you will just notice, do it fast, and you'll notice how much easier it is. That's because you're not recruiting as many muscle fibers. So you have to do more of them. So we're just going to do 3, making sure we're not moving our lumbar spine, making sure that we're moving this hip joint, and making sure that we're doing the movement really slow. And over time, this exercise will help us to create a pulling tension, increase the pulling tension on the inside of our kneecap, so that our kneecap, our patella, can move back into the patella groove, because many of us have a weak VMO, vastus medialis oblique, and we are therefore pulling our patella off to the side, which means it's not tracking up and down in the patella groove, which means that we get sore knees. So let's do 3 more again, nice and slow, turning that foot out. You can do these with your foot straight, and that'll get more of your rectus femoris, and that's fine, but you probably need more strength here to rectify what's going on in your patella. Your kneecap. So let's do 1 more. The other thing is, don't push too, like if you push with this foot, you won't get much of the work through the core, But if you just think about lifting this foot off the ground, you'll get a great core workout too. So that's what, to start with, you can push a little bit, and then as you get better at it, as you get better at stabilising that rib cage to the pelvis and not moving there, but moving at the hip joint. One more there, yeah, nice. Okay, we've just used those beautiful quadriceps. So now let's do my favourite stretch for them, the couch stretch. I learned this one off Kelly's Direct at the Ready State, which used to be Mobility WOD. He's a dude. I like him, and he knows his stuff. There are many ways you can stretch your quads. This is one, the pelvic psoas stretches, heaps of them. And I do a variety of them because it astounds me that sometimes a different stretch feels different. Like normally this sleeve feels tighter, but when I do other specific stretches for my quads, this one feels tighter. Because each one introduces a slightly different load, and each slightly different load gets slightly different muscle fibers, and each one moves us differently. We get radial expansion, which means our muscles expand more when our bodies are less supported. That's why working out on gym machines, when you're really supported, I don't encourage my clients to do, because you won't get any radial expansion, which means that the nerves and the blood vessels within the muscles aren't getting as much movement as they could be, and it means you're not getting as strong as you could be, because you're only accessing that one-dimensional pull instead of the three-dimensional ability of your beautiful muscles. Read all about length-tension relationships, and you'll find out more about all of that wonderful stuff. But radial expansion is vital for the full movement of your muscle. I love a couch stretch. I love it. It just feels so good being here right now. I really do love to feel my body. It makes the movement a joy for me to do right now, which means that I'm more likely to do it. If you don't actually enjoy the activities that you choose to do, you won't do it for very long. So with movements, and you can learn to enjoy movements. Let me tell you, the first time I did this stretch, I did not love it, but now I do. I've learned to love it because I just have felt I feel the benefits now in my body. I enjoy being here in this position, just going, yeah, feel my body, feel what it's like to be inside my body. It's learning to proprioception, to grasp from within. That word literally means. Can you grasp yourself from within? I think that's cool. Okay, so there are 2 movements for you to do to help any knee pain. If being on your knee like that in the couch stretch sucks, put something underneath it, bolster it up. So this is going to help get your kneecaps back into their central position, especially that first one. So have fun with your patellas today. Your patellas are your kneecaps. Do you know you were born without kneecaps? Did you know that they develop when you're around 2 years old? Now you do. Go and geek out about movement. Find out something really fun today. Let me know what you find out, and I will see you back here for coffee and Move 40 tomorrow. Party on.